joining me on another episode of Lunch Breaks with John. I'm John, your host, and I'm just chilling on my lunch break today. Don't really have much of a script for this episode. My wife and I have been watching through the Marvel movies lately, the MCU series, starting like with the first Iron Man from 2007 or 2008, whenever that came out. We've been enjoying that. I think we're just about almost to Avengers 2 now. We're maybe about halfway through those movies, but it's been fun getting to rewatch those again and kind of just seeing the story from the beginning leading up to the end of Avengers Endgame, which was a pretty epic movie. If you guys are big fans of those movies, then you know what I'm talking about. I know some of you have seen that movie, and I really enjoyed it. I think most of you probably do as well. So we're watching those. Other than that, we've been playing board games. We've been trying to stay cool. I've been looking at trying to find different places I can go swimming at, because it's just so hot here in Arkansas right now in August. I want some thunderstorms, some rain to cool it down or something like that. We haven't really been doing much outdoors just because it's so hot recently. It's been good. We've still been working, just going about our everyday lives. Nothing really new going on, but it's all going well, so I can't really complain. So today I'm going to be reacting to a snack and a drink from a gas station. I got this drink here, an energy drink called Bang. I don't know if they have that across the country, but they do here in Arkansas. It's an energy drink. This one is key lime pie flavored. I'm not a big key lime pie fan. I tried to pick a flavor that I wouldn't enjoy as much, just so you guys could maybe get a little bit more of a reaction out of me. Also got something that I think I will enjoy definitely, and that's this Reese's Crispy Crunch Bar. Oh, also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but yeah, all the videos I've done up to this point, I don't know why I just now thought of this, and I'm still kind of getting used to this setup, but I've been doing this with my phone at a vertical angle. But the way that YouTube does its videos is usually at a horizontal angle, and so I'm trying to adjust the way that I film my episodes just to where you guys can enjoy it a little bit more. I've been working on my thumbnails recently, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me on getting those down. In the last episode I did when I first posted it, you could only see like half the text that I wrote on there. So still learning that, but I think I'm starting to get that part down, and still working on the editing process and everything else. So let's go ahead and get started on this episode. First, I'm going to try this Reese's Crispy Crunch Bar. I'm not going to eat the whole thing on this video because it's a pretty decent sized bar, but let's try this out. Well, it's falling out. Wow, this is really good. Kind of has a resemblance of like Butterfinger almost, it seems like. Well, it's really good. It's got that amazing Reese's peanut butter and chocolate flavor combination. Definitely enjoy it. I say 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10 on the candy bar scale. All right, now we're gonna try this Bang key lime pie drink. See if it's any good. Up front, not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. It kind of tastes a little similar to, I don't know if it would be like Sprite or something. I guess you could say it has a little bit almost a Sprite type taste to it, but I would describe it more like I don't know if you guys have tried like the lime flavored Kool-Aid or green Kool-Aid or whatever that's flavored like lime. I would say it's more like that, or maybe like the lime freeze pops and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar to those. It's actually pretty decent. When I was thinking key lime pie, I was thinking more of like a dessert taste. Like because key lime pie is, you know, sort of like a cheesecake or something, but it's good though. I like it. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a lot worse than it is. Um, so I'm going to give it mm, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, uh, I would give it a higher score if I really enjoyed it. The flavor is, I guess that type of flavor is not like my absolute favorite when it comes to sodas and drinks and things like that, but it is decent for it being flavored after something that I'm not really a big fan of. Sorry for those of you who love key lime pie. I've just never really got on that bandwagon. But yeah, it's exceeded my expectations, so I give that, yeah, it deserves at least a 6.5 out of 10. um, this is probably going to be a shorter episode just because I don't really have it scripted out. We did talk about the MCU movies, watching through those, and I guess I'll just talk about some of my favorite movies and some of my least favorites of the ones that we've seen so far. Probably my number one favorite of all the movies I've seen that we've just recently rewatched in the MCU series, the first Avengers movie. That one is just a classic. The first out of the MCU movies where everyone gets together and they team up and fight against Loki. Tom Hiddleston does an amazing job playing Loki, as I've talked before about on this channel. He's a great actor, and but yeah, just Avengers. That was a great movie. The first one. I like all the Avengers movie, but I think the first one it definitely holds a special place in my heart. I also really enjoyed Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. I really like that movie. Has a good story, kind of a espionage type story. It's got a lot of the element of like government conspiracies and betrayal and things like that. It's got a really good story to it. I think that's the main thing about the second Captain America, is that it has a great story. Now, on the flip side, speaking of Captain America, I'm just going to say, and I'm sorry for those of you who are huge Captain America fans, but if you liked the first Captain America movie, Captain America, the first Avenger, I actually, that is probably my least favorite of all the Marvel movies. And you might be thinking I'm being a little bit overly critical of it, but before I get into the negatives about it, I will say, I mean, it's a decent backstory to the character, but there's so many things about that movie that I just don't enjoy. Like, I mean, there was first of all, the CGI of Steve Rogers before he becomes Captain America is just, it's so bad. I mean, you have this guy who's got like a chiseled face and chin and everything like that. I mean, it's Chris Evans plays Steve Rogers, plays Captain America, and so they CGI his face onto this scrawny body of like, looks like a 12-year-old kid that's extremely skinny and pasty and all that, 5'4", something like that. And it's just, the CGI was pretty bad on that. It seems like with the technology that they have today, especially for more higher budget films like that, you would think that they would be able to make it a little less obvious that they're about the CGI they were doing. Besides that, I don't know, I just felt like there was too much going on in that movie with the whole plot and everything of Hydra. And I mean, I think the story about the origins of Hydra is cool, but they didn't really make Red Skull that scary of a villain. You just kind of more want to laugh at him, and it was just overall kind of a cheesy movie. I do like the actors. I think Chris Evans is a great actor. Even Kevin Feige's a good director, the guy who directed that and several other movies. But I don't know, maybe I think they were trying to, part of the thing that I think made the movie not as good is they were trying to be a little too artsy with it, trying to capture that vintage feel of the 1940s and stuff like that. It was kind of like a Sky Captain World of Tomorrow type feel. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. Anyway, let's talk about some other good movies that I liked. I like the original Iron Man is definitely a classic. It's probably in my top 5 favorites of all the MCU movies. I liked both the first and second Thor movies. They're not like in my top 5 or top 10, I don't think, but I definitely do like those movies. Iron Man 3, I really liked that one. We just watched Guardians of the Galaxy, I think last night or a couple nights ago, and really liked that one. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life. If you guys can think of any kind of snacks or drinks or anything for me to react to, maybe something that I'm not gonna enjoy as much as the ones I tried today, so it'll be a little more enjoyable for you guys, or get to see how I react to things I don't like. Definitely recommend those in the comments. I would appreciate if you'd let me know those. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you guys for those of you who have subscribed, and I also encourage you to like and comment on this video, share it with others if as I'm trying to grow this channel, maybe start up another channel someday. I've got some ideas for 1 or 2 different channels I want to do on top of this, but that probably won't be happening for at least another maybe 3 to 6 months. We'll just kind of see how everything goes as this channel grows. Thank you guys again for joining, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. Have a good lunch if you're still on your lunch break. And until next time, we'll see you on the next episode of